thought on Alex's potential return?
Yeah, we're going to hold him out tonight. That was his first skate with the team. We still need to see a little bit more progress, but I would suspect it's sooner than later, meaning that there's more potential or high potential for next game after he gets a couple skates the way he felt today. But this is something he needs a couple more days.
Okay. He left the skate early, I think.
Yeah, Matthias is sore and finding out some information now on it. So he's not ruled okay yet.
And how about UPL?
UPL is good. He's pretty much back to normal, which is a good thing. So good news there.
A couple of years for Brett Murray since he last played. How much growth has he experienced in his game?
Yeah, I'm excited that another opportunity to see where he's at with his game. I know that he's continued to add to his game. Obviously, we got to see him in training camp, and the reports we have is his continued progress. He's had to deal with a little bit down there, but good opportunity for him. Without Tuck, without Greenway, we did add Robinson, but it gives us a little bit more size and a little bit more. I mean, he's an older player, obviously. So familiar with us over the last couple of years. So I thought the timing was right to give him an opportunity here.
Ultimately, I guess what got him back to the NHL. I mean, we've seen him continually get better in Rochester, and he's become one of the guys down there, I guess.
Persistence, really. There's long windows in between. You don't know when that opportunity is. Lots of times, guys stop getting better. They're down there, but they stop. They think, this is random and I didn't get my chance, and they don't focus on when I get my next chance, whenever it is, I need to be better when I get that chance. And that means your day-to-day, your mindset is on getting better and improving, rather than sitting and waiting for, this hopeful opportunity is the reason why I'm not in the NHL, is I haven't got an opportunity again. He's taken lots of initiative down there to make himself better, and when we needed a guy in this case, or we're looking to make a swap, the reports are real good.
Do they have to evolve? I mean, he's not 20, he's 25. Do they have to not just even get better, but just almost evolve the way they play and their thought process?
Especially a guy like Brett, you have obviously visually easy to see size, and then you're trying to find your identity. It's different in the American League than it might be here because you're in a different role. And you get little bits and windows of up top and try to figure out, okay, I have certain skills that are very effective in the American League, but they may not be as effective in the NHL, and what my identity in the NHL as a consequence, and that can take time. And obviously, for each player, confidence is different when you come up. So there's so many different elements that affect it, but through maturity, we pick up Robinson the other day. He's been through many ups and downs, and through his career and figuring out just your identity at the NHL and how you can impact winning at the NHL. And that is a process for many guys. Some guys are top 6 type talent or first round picks, and you're literally giving them that in the NHL. You're saying, figure it out. Here's 100 games in the NHL to figure it out. Most guys that aren't in the first round typically have to figure that out in the minors and then jump in the NHL and try to refigure it out at this level. So it's much more challenging in that regard.
Was the key to calling Brett up to get more physicality in the lineup, or just size? Period.
Little bit of everything, I guess, wrapped in that. Size is obviously a little older. He's been around us a couple of years. We're, like I mentioned, Tuck's not in the lineup. Greenway's not in the lineup. Gergensen is not in the lineup. Who am I missing? Quinn, obviously. But, those three I mentioned are bigger, heavier guys. Robinson was a real welcomed addition 2 games ago, and very impactful, having some straight line size, which, we've had a kind of a top 9 skill when we have everybody healthy. Third line could be, you could say it's Middlestead or Cousins with Quinn. and last year it was JJ, Quinn, and Cousins. And when you lose depth and you lose Tuck and Greenway and Quinn, you're down a full line of skill. And we're bringing up younger guys to integrate them, but we lost a little bit of size and grit in straight line hockey without Greenway and Gergensons in specifically. Robinson helps in that regard. So should Murray help in that regard, and it gives us more of an identity than maybe we had for a stretch of games.
Arizona got a lot of pump for that 5-game streak, beating all the recent Cup winners. I mean, what do you make of it?
Very talented team, enough skill to be opportunistic between their top guys. Schmaltz, Keller, I have guys I know I'm very familiar with, can make a play at any moment. They're very dangerous hockey players, and this is the NHL, so the margin is slight, even though you're talking about Cup winners, and they've got to be on their game. If they're not, the other team is enough to take advantage of. And for us, it's been about compete, and it needs to remain that with respect for the entire league, and no different with this team. They're dangerous.
The young guys, what were your impressions of Roseanne over the 7 games that he played, and what do you think he needs to work on in Rochester?
Just growth. I thought he was real good. He showed a sense of objective awareness, positional awareness, some of his identity, but he's just a little bit stronger, a little bit more assertive. So I actually met with him yesterday to talk about, you're going to come back at some point. Let's talk about how we expect you to become better because of this experience. It was a good conversation. He's an intelligent kid, and I think he'll use this first-time experience to be able to take a step back, breathe a bit, and hone in on how he can be more impactful upon next arrival.
You've got a couple of breaks not go your way, but like the disallowed goal in Boston, you've got 3 guys on the goal line fighting for a puck to score a goal. And even Robinson, all right, he's on a forecheck, hard on a forecheck. The call didn't go your way either time. But can you live with that, considering what should be objective over your players? They said they're right on the crease fighting, and he's fighting for a puck on a forecheck, and you just live with it. All right, the breaks just didn't go our way.
Absolutely, and you make your breaks eventually. So if you stay aggressive and you stay assertive, you're going to make your breaks. So maybe it was a bad break, the Robinson penalty or a disallowed goal, but being aggressive and assertive led to many other positive, components of the game. And your broken record, compete. The higher you compete, the talent comes out, the teamwork comes out. When you don't have great teamwork and you're not competing hard enough. And I would say the same goes with our power play. The power plays when it struggles, we're just not competing hard enough, not direct enough. And when you see the power play be successful, we'll have found that switch.